1920s from Greece?
It was apart from that area, from Thrace. It was a part from some islands, of Greek islands, not very many, and from Crete, from the island of Crete. It was the exchange, a mutual exchange of population, but afterwards Turkey started to exterminate and from time to time to deport the Greeks. So the Greeks, that period of time after the exchange of populations in Turkey was about 300,000, and today are less than 3,000 Greeks. So you see the difference. And in Greece, that period of time, the Greek, let's say, Muslims that were living after the exchange of the populations in Greece were about 50,000. Today are more than 150,000. So you see the difference. And we always were following, the international law, regulations. But Turkey never followed these rules. It seems quite a similar policy like Israel does towards the Palestinian people. Quite similar. And it is very interesting because right now they have the Turkish government have made a special recording of all Ottomanic Muslim monuments in Greece, of the past, of course. And now the Greek government agreed to restore these monuments. Some they are in ruins, have to rebuild it. But in Turkey were destroyed all the Greek monuments and Orthodox churches, and nothing is restored and never will be restored. In reality, came in publicity a top secret document of Turkish government were given instructions that if Greek government decide to record Greek monuments of the past in Turkey, to be forbidden to such a committee to make this investigation inside Turkish area government region. So you see how is operating one side and the other side, and all the laws are based on mutuality, but it is one-sided policy only.
Well, we're going to have to wrap up on the first part of this series, which was on the modern history of Greece. In the second part, we're going to focus more on current events. I hope that you will join us then.
Thanks for listening. This is VOR. Join us at ReasonRadioNetwork.com. Now here's your host.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Nationalist Report with Mike Conner. I have with me today Mishko Novosel. This is part 2 of a 2-part series on the crisis in Greece. I have with me today special guest Aris Arion, who's going to tell us in more detail about the current economic crisis in Greece and other issues. Aris, how are you doing today?
Yes. I'm great.
In the first part of this series, we talked a lot about the history, which I think was interesting. We made it its own show because it's quite worthwhile. But in this one, let's talk specifically about the current crisis that's going on in Greece. But one thing before we get to that, you were talking earlier about how Greece really shouldn't be a poor country, and one of the reasons you gave for that was the wealth of natural resources that Greece has geographically. Could you say something about that?
Greece from geographical point of view, is a very small country. One of the smallest, let's say, in European Union. But I can say, surely, the most rich country. Because we have raw materials in vast quantities that can make us, the Greek population, even not working and living. For example, we have marmar, the marmar of Pentelis, which is the white marmar that does not exist anywhere in the world. Only this to sell. Greece can live for 200 years with no need, to produce anything, no need for work. We have oil. And we have some areas that the oil, if you dig in just 15 meters, you find oil. You have a place where the oil goes up in the surface, and they have thrown tons of cement to stop this. But the politicians never wanted to do something to capitalize this wealth that nature gave to Greece. We have gold, we have diamonds, we have polonium, we have osmium, we have mercury in vast quantities. We have uranium. We have everything. There is nothing that does not exist in this country, and also in such quantities that are amazing quantities. So this is something that never the governments did about it. They just sold. For example, the ancient gold mine of Alexander the Great, Macedonian, was sold to George Soros, for example, for too little money.